All praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rachak double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, salutations to the hopeful elect that's fighting the good fight of faith and truth, in sincerity and wholeheartedly. Shalom unto the Akwath, which is the women believers. Shalom unto you. And all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai. And, sadly, most Americans don't see what's going on and how your government is doing this on purpose. And sadly, you still got people who's going to vote and think that Trump is going to save the day. But to be honest, I don't even think election going to happen. Something going to happen before that. But if you can't see that this is done on purpose, something is truly wrong with you. And I'm surprised, and I know eventually it's going to happen because of scripture, but I'm surprised that an uproar haven't happened yet about this, because this is getting ridiculous now. Let's listen up.
Island migrant laid out the scam. Break in, drop a baby, and be a welfare king.
A todas esas mujeres que ahorita...
To all those
So, read the caption, because he's obviously speaking in Spanish.
women that find themselves pregnant and are in Latin America, please come have your baby in the United States. And if you get married, you'll get more back in taxes. And, well, if you have 5 or 6 children, can you imagine? My daughter is American and she gave me citizenship. She pays our rent. She pays our bills. She gives us $1,500 a month since she was born. I have 6 months in the USA and I have everything you don't have. Citizenship, residency, a good car, and a good apartment.
Now, when American...
Now, come on now. Wait a minute. So, you got your own people starving. Oh, don't forget about, I think it's almost 200 billion. If I'm not mistaken, I think the last number I seen was 196 billion to Ukraine. So you got your own people starving. You got people who served in the military, veterans. They out here can't even get any type of financial help, any type of shelter. But then you have all these so-called refugees, come over here and ball out. And when this video continue to play, you're going to see how much money a month that these that these people get. And you got Americans can't even barely pay their bills. And on top of that, bills is going up. Rent is going up. But your pay wage ain't going up. Let me get a couple scriptures. So this is what the Lord is allowing right now. It said, behold, your people in the midst of you are women. The gates of the land shall be set wide open. So within the context, gates can represent leadership and also entrance into a city, aka borders. Okay, so the borders is wide open. Unto your enemies, the fire shall devour your bars. So, within the context, fire is figuratively talking about the Most High's judgment, his anger, which he's going to allow to come upon this place. You got to understand that within the refugees, military-aged men for all these countries is coming in. You got Ham over here, the real Africans. You got Moab over here, so-called Chinese, which is the biggest migrants that's coming over here. And then you got Russians over here. You got Elam over here. You got Ishmael over here, which is so-called Arabs. And then you got Elam, which is so-called East Indians. And they have a group called Hezbollah. You got the Houthis, the people that they're actually warring with over there in the Middle East. So the Lord is setting this wide open. It said, draw you waters for the siege. Basically saying, stock up on water. All right. Fortify your strongholds. Go into the clay and tread the mortar. Make strong the bricklaying. There shall the fire devour you. The sword shall cut you off. This talking about the inhabitants of Babylon, aka America. The sword is going to cut you off. The sword is these nations. Remember, as a broken record as I sound, because the scriptures is a broken record, these people have no ties to you. They will lay you down quick on call. They're called sleeper cells. Also, UN peacekeepers. So the way that they're going to peacekeep is by when Americans do have an uproar, because they're trying to cause it on purpose to bring forth their NWO. I hope you know what that acronym means. For some reason, my videos get taken down for saying the actual words. So, the sword shall cut you off. It shall eat you up like a cankerworm. What do cankerworm? It eat greenery. All right. Eat greenery. All right. So these nations is going to eat you out of a house and home. Like, real talk though. Like, this is what's happening. They reaping all the benefits. All right. They taking all the money. They taking all the food. They getting all the food stamps. They getting all the welfare. Make yourself many as the cankerworm. Make yourself as many as the locust. So, you know, when the locusts, you know, come onto a land, it's a lot of them. And that's how these nations is coming over here. Let me get another one to get back to the video. So, this is what's going on right now. It's all scripture. Set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon. Make the watch strong. What is the watch? Watch means to prophesy, because the Hebrew word for watch is shamar. It means to keep guard, to post. All right. Now, this is not just the prophets who see this. You got the main news that see this. And guess what? The Lord is making the watch strong, because this is the topic of the time right now. All of these people is coming over here. So make the watch strong. Set up the watchmen. That's us. Prepare the ambushes. For Yahweh have both devised and done that which he spake against the inhabitants of Babylon. All right. So the watchman is us, and also the news people. And that's why this is a big topic right now. And it says, "O thou that dwellest upon many waters," which is the peoples, multitudes, nations, and tongues. All right. Because this is the great melting pot. Abundant in treasures, because this place is rich, even though it's on the down. It's on the downside, but this place is still rich until the Lord take it all the way out. That's why it's able just to remember, this country could just print money out of thin air. And that's why these nations is living deliciously while you struggling. And it said, your end is come in measure of your covetousness, because we know how America was built. They steal everything. Yahweh of hosts have sworn by himself, saying, surely I will fill you with men as with caterpillars, and they shall lift up a shout against you, which is a war cry. And that's what's about to come. So don't think that these nations are just over here to live deliciously off of Babylon the Great. They over here for a job to do.
Women get pregnant, the government helps them stay single, work, and have an abortion. When a migrant gets pregnant, the government helps them cross the border, have the baby, get married, don't work.
And this is from his mouth, not my mouth. Because, you know, we call the abortions the 187s. You got to say it that way, you know. But he said it, not me.
And put their hand out. Primetime producers crunch the numbers.
Look at this. Look at this shit. This is what a family of four get. $15,000 a month? Damn. $4,000 basically, if you round it, a month for food. That's $1,000 per child. Shit. School. All right. I mean, I don't understand why they need money for school like that, but $5,200 though. So hell yeah. And if I knew a family right now who was on welfare, who had 4 children, I bet you this ain't even nowhere close. They might get like $600-700 in food stamps, but $4,000 a month for food, $15,000 a month for a hotel, and you know they pocketing some of this money. So, anyways, let's get back to the scriptures, man. This is on purpose. This is trying to get a reaction out of you, and according to scripture, it is going to happen. Because there's many ways that a sedition can happen. I really believe this might be it. Woe unto the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people should stand up and fight against another. Yeah, like Americans versus Americans, and also Americans versus these migrants. Because the Lord is going to cause, he's the one that's going to stir that spirit. As it say in Isaiah 19:2, it said, I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. But you also got to remember Jacob's trouble. When the Lord's going to have all these nations against you Israelites, man, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans who don't have no covering, of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, because you want to just live your life. And then when destruction comes, that's when you want to call on the Lord, but it's going to be too late. So, and one people shall stand up and fight against another with swords in their hand, for there should be a sedition, which is a uprising, inciting a speech to overthrow a government or a power structure among men, invading one another. They should not regard their kings nor princes, in the course of their actions stand in their power. So in that day, ain't nobody going to listen to law officials. That's why martial law is going to have to come to play. The next scripture, actually, verse 17, talks about people should desire to go into a city, should not be able. What you think that means? That's martial law. So this is going to cause martial law. This is going to cause the UN peacekeepers. All right. Because all of this stuff is going to come to a head. Don't think that this stuff is just, we're just reporting on it just to report. No, we're reporting on it because it's scripture. And we're trying to tell you that, yeah, they're reaping all the benefits right now, but it's something way more sinister going on. It's not just they coming over here reaping the benefits. They over here for a reason. Now, it's two reasons why they over here. Number one, and the one example that I'm about to give is two within the one. So the Lord's allowing all these nations to come over here because this is the place of the great deliverance. This is not the only place that people are going to be delivered from, but this is the place of great deliverance and great destruction. So people are either over here to be delivered or to be destroyed. And number two, of course, Bible prophecy, the devil is controlled by the Lord and he's doing what the Lord want him to do, but he think that he's doing what he want to do. And the reason that he allowing this to happen, because he's trying to make America implode on itself. All right. Because order out of chaos. He's going to cause the problem, get a reaction, have a solution, which is his NWO. So,
current family of 4 in New York could get over 20 grand a month in freebies. 500 a night at a hotel, 130 a day for food, and having 2 kids in public school costs us 5 grand a month. We didn't even tack on Mayor Adams' $1,000 cash gift cards, the free health care at the ER, or the free phones and free lawyers.
Now look at that. Look at that. Come on now. You saying they ain't trying to arouse, people? They doing this on purpose, man. And it's going to cause sedition. And Lord willing, I hope it happen fast, because when that happen, that means that we are almost out of here.
Or the $400,000 in free college tuition per dreamer. Meanwhile, taxpayers with jobs.
Now, remember when Joe Biden promised, do away with your school student loans that he reneged on. And that's how he got, one of the reasons why he got our people to vote for him, And y'all fall for the same song and dance every 4 years.
In New York, pay thousands to live in a closet. Venezuelan migrant.
So to end it on this is why this is happening. Because the wicked run the world. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languish, and if I'm not mistaken, that word languish, it actually means to be like demoralized, not having no hope. When you languish, that means like you through. All right. And that's what's happening to people every day. And each day as life goes on, it's going to be more languishing. And it said, and fadeth away, the haughty people of the earth do languish. All you proud people out there, ain't nobody more proud than Americans. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws. They don't follow the laws of the Lord. Changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore have the curse devoured the earth. And the scripture says that the curse is Idumea, which is the Latin way of saying Edom. Okay, which is the self-proclaimed white people. And they do run the world, right? Look at your dollar bill. Look at your $100 bill. Look at your $10 bill. It ain't Chinese, and ain't no Arabs, and ain't no Japanese. All right. Look who Jesus looked like. All right. It's crazy that people even be trying to debate you about who really run the world. Oh, the Arabs run the world. Shut the hell up. Anyway, therefore, that have the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore, the inhabitants of the earth are burnt, which means to be in sight with passion, with anger. And a few men left, because a lot of death is coming, because there's going to be a lot of people killing each other, which is all through the scriptures. I ain't even get those scriptures because we're just trying to stick to the topic of the video. And oh yeah, let me quote a scripture and end it. Matthew 24:12, right? It said that the love of many shall wax cold, because iniquity shall abound. So the love of many shall wax cold, because they don't keep the laws of the Lord. Nothing but sin is going on. And when sin dwells, wickedness follows, and no morals follow. So all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. We're going to see what this lead to, because this has been going on for like over a month now. At least it's been on the news. So, hey, each day we get closer to the end. Each day we get closer to destruction. And all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai and Shalom.